Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Play action. Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Breeze again. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the...
Sayonara, see you later, bitch, yeah. You got it.
with Charles Davis. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Oh, I messed up. I hit the wrong button.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Taking it to 15, a short kick. Now a first carry for their fullback. Not much room here as he only gets into about the 30. And they run the option on second down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the throw on third down.
Come
knocked
on.
away and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here we go on fourth down, Fields. And Marshall's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
I'm sorry, but it's almost unfair. Brandon Marshall can make so many plays, but even when you think he's covered,
he's not.
No, he's really not. He uncovers and makes a play on you and picks up good yardage in doing so.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. From the 44, Fields.
No.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Sauce
We're
Gardner
stuck with
picks it
fucking
off, and the
receivers.
return stops
Fuck that
at
up.
the 39-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back to throw Dobbs. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. And what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps in early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. Up the middle they go. Gibbs. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to go off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a toss play for Peyton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Peyton going to get it again on second. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Sanders. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Stop.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of first as he's dropped at the 46. On 4th down, Dobbs. That's to his running back, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On 1st down, it's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted.
I don't know.
These guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. He's going to let it go again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Charles Tillman. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And some room to run now. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Press circle to exit the game. Press it. Press it. Let's do it. Press it.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that running game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Being chased out left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Throwing here, Dobbs. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dobbs. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. He's got room at the 30. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Dobbs is throwing. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Snowhawks are back within a score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now a give, it's Peyton. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he stopped immediately there. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Fields. That'll be caught. It's Hester. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stuffed at the line. A different story here, over 20 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps rolling.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Walter Payton punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative play.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Peyton going to get it again on second. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
To about the 40-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today...
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the
Bullshit.
Falcons grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Motherfucker.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Fields. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Fields for Marshall, that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields got an open man. It's Devin Hester. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, here comes Peyton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 17 yards out. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Marshall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield. Fields going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. He's got room at the 30. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Marshall. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. from the gun on third down. Fields.
What the fuck?
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They snap it to Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
How? How is he wide open like that?
Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples.
He
What I
don't
always
go
love
for
on
it.
these
What a
offsides
fucking
is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Yeah, I see how you are. You're a fucking dick.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This one taken just inside the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Gets around him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. The 40. 20.